Some fifth graders learn that you have to get your hands a little dirty when it comes to making school lunch. High school students sing and dance their way back to daycare with the help of a Shawnee Mission grad. A new college campus in Johnson County could bring more opportunities to Shawnee Mission students. And the Shadow checks out some young entrepreneurs on a mission to help people around the world. It's all ahead on this episode of Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. Welcome to Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. I'm your host, Leanne Neal. There's lots of excitement for the new school year at Apache Elementary. That's because students and staff get to move into their new building a semester ahead of schedule. The new Apache is being built right behind the existing building, which has given everyone a good chance to see the work in progress.
Sometimes after school, me and my friend Georgia ride our bikes, and there's like a trail behind it, and we'll ride there and we'll get a closer view. It looks pretty good, bigger, better.
With enrollment at around 400, Apache was feeling the constraints of its old facility. The new building is designed for up to 550 students. It also includes expanded instructional areas, high-efficiency heating and cooling systems, a white roof that reflects heat, and smart lighting technology.
Our older students have been anticipating the move, knowing that they may not have an extended amount of schooling in that building. So the earlier we get in, they know the longer they get to spend in that state-of-the-art facility.
Shortly before Apache students moved, we had a chance to see one of the school's most popular clubs in action. Panther Pals is a club open to Apache's fifth graders. It emphasizes healthy habits such as good nutrition and exercise.
We have 79 hot dog wraps that we're going to make today because I've made one just to make sure that the stuff works. The dough's a little sticky, so we may have to try to figure out how to get it not to stick to your fingers.
At this meeting, students were able to get hands-on with school lunch.
We were making hot dogs wrapped in the dough for the whole school. It was very easy. You just have to stretch the dough, put a piece of cheese on there and a hot dog in the middle and roll it up.
Food service manager Carol Phillips says she enjoys having the students help.
It's always been a good thing for them to know what goes into it, I think. And I've had children in previous years tell me they look forward to it. So it's just a hands-on process where the kids get involved and they know what's going on, and I answer questions about what decisions are made, how we come up with menu items and things like that. Anybody have any questions about what we're doing now that we didn't used to do? Anything you've noticed about any of our vegetables or anything like that?
Phillips says food service's goal is to offer menus that are lower in fat and sodium and higher in fiber. She told the students that's why the cafeteria now serves whole grain pasta. Another change is serving apple slices instead of whole apples.
You know, we used to serve whole apples and you guys used to take them and throw them in the trash. Remember how you might not even take a bite? Well, here's a whole apple and here's a serving of sliced apples. Which one is the one you're more likely going to eat? Sliced. Sliced. We've gone to the sliced apples, and you know what? They cost about 20 to 25% more. But if you eat it and it doesn't go in the trash, it's money well spent.
The message of Panther Pals seems to be sinking in.
I love it. It teaches you how to eat healthy and exercise, so you're really healthy.
The Panther Pals program is sponsored by the Kansas State Department of Education and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Something funky is going on at Shawnee Mission North.
Time out, time out. Everybody let it out, time out.
Up next, children's recording artist and Shawnee Mission graduate Funky Mama brings her musical Moo Juice to her alma mater.
Hi, I'm Gus Scharnhorst, and I'm in 5th grade at Trailwood. I read the book Swindle by Gordon Corman. In this book, a boy named Griffin goes into an old house and finds a Babe Ruth baseball card. When he tries to sell it, a man cheats him on how much it's worth. He gives him $120 instead of the almost $1 million it's worth. Griffin tries to get the card back by breaking into the man's house. I think this book is a great book because it has lots of adventure and is very exciting all the way to the end. I give this book 4 stars.
Welcome back. Shawnee Mission North's Performing Arts Department recently had a rare opportunity. Students presented the high school premiere of the musical Moo Juice.
Middle name, oh, I know when I'm in trouble.
Moo Juice was written by Shawnee Mission graduate Krista Eyler, who is better known to thousands of pint-sized fans as rock and roll singer Funky Mama.
It's actually really surreal for me. I mean, I'm sitting on the stage, and the last time I sang here was, about 18 years ago in high school. Oh my gosh, this place is gonna vibrate with sound. And especially when they start hearing the band and the drums, they're just gonna be so happy to be here.
This time around, Eyler is sitting in the director's chair and happy to be back at Shawnee Mission North.
I love this place. I mean, this place is such a part of who I grew to be as a musician and a singer, so it's awesome. It's awesome.
Time out, everybody let it out, time out.
The musical takes a lighthearted look at life inside of the Time Out daycare. With only 6 characters and 22 songs, Eyler says the show is a workout for the performers.
Everyone is a lead in this show. There's not a single moment where they can rest. And so I think this is a big stretching experience for a lot of them. They have really risen to the challenge, and we're so pleased.
Time out daycare, roll call.
Eyler says she's also been impressed with the leadership of the students behind the scenes, working in the band, on lights and sound, and as stage managers.
I didn't expect to have that much help. I mean, this has been such a breeze because they really know what they're doing. They just know what they're doing here.
Oh, it's wonderful. And I'm so glad she did it. I think she's having a blast. And the kids are having a blast. And it's a darling show. And we're all just proud as punch.
I have to just take a moment and step out of it and realize that I keep saying to myself, how did I get here? How did this happen? How did I get here? This is such a blessing. And it really is, because every time the music starts or the opening character comes out to start the show, I just think, I giggle to myself because I think this isn't work. This is just a lot of play and a lot of fun.
Eyler and her Moo Juice cast can also be seen on a Shawnee Mission School District Performing Arts Symposium airing on Shawnee Mission Television and available on demand at SMTV Online. The Shawnee Mission School District helped welcome some new education neighbors at the official opening of Kansas State University's new Johnson County campus. Wildcat joined K-State President Kirk Schultz, Congressman Kevin Yoder, and Governor Sam Brownback to announce the milestone in K-State and Johnson County history. After opening remarks and a ribbon cutting, Shawnee Mission students joined other local districts in demonstrating the strengths of Johnson County Public Schools. Shawnee Mission students from the Biomedical Health Science, Culinary Arts, and Biotechnology signature programs spoke to community members about their work in these advanced courses of study.
These kids are doing something with this biotech program that is way beyond what high school science is all about.
I enjoyed a lot, yeah. It gives us lots of opportunities to job shadow, to do hands-on lab work with the types of things you would do in business and industry.
Shawnee Mission Superintendent Gene Johnson says he looks forward to future collaboration with the K-State campus.
One of the areas of focus here will be on food safety, and of course with our culinary arts program, it's a perfect fit. We've already had conversations with personnel here about connecting our programs, so we're very fortunate to have this facility here.
Some 4th grade scientists are experimenting with ways to save energy. We'll show you what they're up to. Plus, The gauntlet is thrown, and the Wii Bowling rematch is on. Will the superintendent be able to beat his last place finish? Find out when Spotlight on Shawnee Mission returns. Maybe he was unprepared, or maybe it was just an off day, but Superintendent Gene Johnson's first attempt at Wii Bowling wasn't stellar. In fact, he came in dead last. So, Prairie Elementary students decided to give him another chance, and this time he brought an ally, Prairie Village Mayor Ron Shaffer. Donning an official bowling shirt, it was clear that this time Dr. Johnson meant business.
Taking this seriously.
Next, it was time to pick the competition.
Grant.
Oh no, this is serious.
Uh-oh. Is Grant a pro?
Up next, Mayor Shaffer drew Caroline.
Caroline?
Oh, Caroline.
Caroline, there you go, Caroline.
With 4 players in place, it was time for the bowling to begin. The mayor's first ball didn't go quite where he had hoped.
I can't get the speed on it.
But with a little additional coaching, his second ball hit the mark.
Spare, spare, spare.
Next, Caroline made cleaning up a spare look easy.
Beautiful.
The crowd showed concern when Dr. Johnson started his turn by asking for directions. But then he showed he had what it takes to roll a strike.
I think this guy's got the hang of it.
In the end, Grant bowled the top score, followed by Dr. Johnson, Caroline, and Mayor Shaffer.
This is actually the second time that I've been over, and the first time I was embarrassed so bad that I wanted to get somebody with more expertise, so I invited the mayor to come with me. And between the two of us, we did better, but these kids are something else.
Yes, they are.
Before Mayor Shaffer and Dr. Johnson left, there was time for everyone to show off their dancing style, or more accurately, their surfing style, an activity where everyone was clearly a winner.
All right, guys.
Moving on now to Trailwood Elementary, where there's some serious science underway.
For every center, you must fill out an entire page. You're going to make a hypothesis. You're going to collect and record data, and you're going to write a summary of observations that you made.
4th graders are experimenting with energy as part of the National Education Energy Development Project, or NEED. At different learning centers, students are encouraged to become scientists by exploring how energy is consumed and ways to conserve it. Shawnee Mission's business partner, KCPL, helped bring the NEED project to Trailwood. Parent and community volunteers helped man the KCPL experiment centers, along with 4th grade teachers Jan Steverak and Emily Klein. Up next, The Shadow finds out how student entrepreneurs are helping teach global awareness.
Hi, my name is Alice. I'm a 6th grader at Mill Creek Elementary. I read the book A Floating Circus by Tracy Von Zimmer. The floating circus is based on a boy called Owen who escapes from an orphan train in Pennsylvania. While roaming the city, he sees an enormous, extravagant boat called the River Palace. While studying the boat, he is pushed onto it and sees a circus, a regular circus just on a ship. A huge Negro man named Solomon sees him and questions him, but after a while they become friends. Owen works for Solomon and the Greens, a rich family, as a printer. One day, Owen is struck with yellow fever, a severe sickness possibly spread by bad air on the ship. But will Owen survive? Will this be the end to the floating circus? To find out, read the book. I give this book 4 out of 5 stars because it left me feeling sad.
The International Club at Ray Marsh Elementary isn't just about world awareness, it's about action. Each year, club members participate in an outreach project by raising money for Heifer International. In the past 5 years, students and staff have donated more than $10,000 to the organization. Recently, I had the chance to shadow one of their meetings to see what makes this group so successful.
Heifer International works very hard to take care of our earth.
First, we heard from resource teacher and International Club sponsor Heather Summer about her trip to Honduras with Heifer International.
I was really lucky. I went to Honduras with 15 other teachers from all over the United States, and we were there because Heifer International is important to us, and we wanted to learn more about it. Heifer is helping approximately 125 to 130 different countries in the world. That includes our country as well. They are also working to help people in our country. It is a development organization, and that means they're helping people to develop skills so that they will be able to come out of poverty.
Summer's presentation included many ways in which Honduran children are very much like these students. From growing up in loving families to sharing a love of sports like soccer.
Raise your hand if you have ever visited the farmers market here in the Kansas City area. Yes, good. Okay, they have lots of farmers markets in all the cities, and these are some of the items that you see for sale there.
We spent like hours making these.
Included in this audience are students from Michelle Lord's 4th grade class who came up with a very creative way to raise money for Heifer.
They bring things from home to sell. We invite anyone in the school who wants to purchase something. We have a set time that we do it. Usually it's on Fridays. And we set up shop and go for it.
And do they work in groups to create the businesses then?
Yes, they came up to me and I have to approve the idea. And it's been a great collaboration. You'll have one person joining another, and then separate other little groups want to form, and still people in my class are coming up with different ideas. And so anyone who comes up with an idea and has something to sell is welcome to do so.
Next, it was time to see what these young entrepreneurs had come up with.
Have you had all of these products every week that you've had your store?
We've had this every single week. This is a new thing that we're doing.
Okay.
We've never done it before, but you have to try to guess how many exactly are in the bin.
Okay.
We're doing 10 cents for one guess.
And then the person who's closest
gets the whole jar.
gets the whole jar of candy. Okay.
I left these savvy students to carry on with their sales and moved on to the next group of merchants.
How many have your shop's been open already?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've been pretty successful each week?
Yeah, we raised over $40 already. Oh, it's great.
It sounds like you are kind of entrepreneurial. You're thinking up new things every week and thinking about what your customers might like?
Yep.
Very smart. No wonder your business has already been pretty successful raising money for Heifer International.
While the market is fun for the students and a great way to raise money for Heifer, it also offers a number of learning opportunities.
Getting them excited about learning and dealing with money and social studies, it's a great positive thing. It's creating a very good positive atmosphere in the classroom. I mean, they're great entrepreneurs.
Yes.
They're going to grow up and who knows what they could create.
The students in Ms. Lord's class raised more than $300 through their market, and overall, Marsh collected more than $4,700 in donations for Heifer. Great work, everyone. My thanks to students and staff at Ray Marsh for giving me a taste of their fantastic fundraising efforts. That's all the time we have for this episode of Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. Join us again as we continue to feature the programs and people of Shawnee Mission. who are helping guide students to success. Thank you for watching.